forgotten to put an important date in your iPhone and realized you were going to take the L? Have you ever had one of those days where your outfit was on fleek, but then you forgot to take a picture? And have you ever been sorry, not sorry while talking to a friend? Or have you ever gotten embarrassed because your friend sent an ugly Snapchat of you to your bae? Well, if you answered yes to any of these questions, you're probably a millennial. But if you thought I was speaking gibberish, you're definitely not. And if you're a millennial, I hate to break it to you, but the world hates you. Hi everyone, I'm Cameron Barnes and I was born on March 19th, 1998, so this means that I too am a millennial. So why, you might ask, would I write a speech about how awful my own generation is? Well, the answer is quite simple, because somebody has to say it. Now keep in mind that these aren't the ravings of a scorned girl shunned by her peers. I like my classmates, but these are observations. I was the Jane Goodall of my high school and my classmates were the chimps. Observation 1 focuses a lot on community service, or more specifically, the lack of passion while doing said community service. So if you were a senior were a senior that had to do civics hours and volunteered at an elementary school dance or carnival, I'm gonna guess you spent about half your time figuring out how to do the least amount of work possible, and the other half of your time figuring out how much free food you could snag before they realized it was you. See, the problem with this is that there's no passion involved unless you're really into being lazy. And we do better, more considerate work when it's a cause we care about. So if we're putting in 50% of the effort rather than 110%, how do you think that looks to adults? I'll tell you, we look like bums. We do better work when we care about it. So whether it's Little League or working with animals, we need to find things that we actually give a damn about because then our work actually means something. We need to do it for the experience and not the hours. Observation 2 focuses on how millennials continue to do idiotic things, Exhibit A being how these 6 girls in Arizona decided to spell out the N-word on their shirts and put it on social media. I don't think I need to say anything more about that. It's also 2016 and people still litter. Just because our bedrooms are disgusting doesn't mean the world needs to be. The world is gross and we need to do our part to help clean it up. And if you can't walk 10 feet away to throw your McDonald's bag, then I sense a weight issue in your future. And our tough guy language that makes us feel cool actually makes us sound like a-holes. You don't need every other word out of your mouth to be the F word or call someone a highly offensive name just to assert your dominance. Pee on them already so we can move on and sound like educated young adults. And your souped up Honda Civic sounds like a weed whacker. Your racing is dangerous and you're gonna hurt yourself or someone else around you and then you're really gonna regret it. And millennials are under the impression that learning is not cool, and that's really just not the case. So when you don't do the homework and text the Dillinger kids for the 32nd time asking to copy the math homework, they're not gonna feel bad for you when you get a D on the test. School may not be cool, but neither is living in a society full of people who choose a leader based off his selfie game and spray tans. So now that we know we're awful, what can we do? Well, luckily, my dear millennials, we are not too far gone. What we need to do is start helping each other. So millennials, if you see your friends being morons, let them know. Tell them to knock it off. If you see trash, pick it up. Be a good citizen. Now, if you're not a millennial, you have a slightly different task. You see, these scruffy, apathetic millennials that I've been in school with for the past 13 years, they're gonna grow up to take care of you. So it is in your best interest to start showing them how to be better leaders. Because it is with your wisdom and your experiences that we can start learning how to take care of the world and start taking care of it well. And I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Millennials don't like being told what to do. So it's with this in mind that I beg you to lead by example. Show us how to take care of the world. Show us how to be good people, and show us how to do the right thing, and show us how to take this world and make it a better place so that we can take the job that you've done and do something even better with it. We can't change everybody's actions. We can only do our best to be leaders. So if you do a good thing, someone will see you, and then the rest will come, like this guy dancing, if you haven't seen that video. All you can do is change your own actions. So, my dear millennials, it's great to be a kid, but at 17, you need to start preparing for adulthood. In conclusion, don't be an idiot. The world is watching, and they hate you.